My imagination runs wild like the world. Indigo skies and the Red Sea. I stand near the burning bush, where my dreams become clear as we indulge in the chemical process. We like to see people sailing in storms. There's always a scientific method to everything. You thought I loved science, but I love the truth. How to avoid a deep fall. A fascinating topic for the stone. I saw the squirrel that can easily jump from tree to tree. Unlike me, a diamond on my finger, a shelter bigger than a nest. For my structured family I domesticate. It excites me. Humans' ability to build. In the garden, that's how we became powerful. Because I had a good placement for a father. Once we all seen man built a raft, allows them to run from land to land. I purchased a cheap sailboat I fixed up after your first hidden secret. One day, I will fill the water with my fingers as I flee. The diamond will easily sink. That's a man's good goodbye. The one has come. I'm not a simple man. Live like black and white, a wicked sheer delight. The presence of beauty, a snapshot in my memory. Remembering where a good view of the sun is. I thought you did too. Those days you shared with me. Watching the animals that come to eat in front of the only window we have. A squirrel and a green apple. The cat that stares every morning. Reasons I didn't hang a curtain. Knew I wouldn't stay long. The wind will remind me of this wondrous world I hear in the background of my despair. Let someone else find the gem I said, and then intentionally dropped it to the bottom of the ocean. When the boat rocked a little, it accidentally capsized in my excuse. But I survived. The inhabitants of the earth roamed through green pastures and sailed every sea, documenting the simplest aspects of nature, the happenings outside our living rooms, like a flower purifying water, a ladybug eating harmful insects, and the quality of sheep's fur. To understand the things within. Man rocketed to the furthest point of human reach, traveling above searching for a place like heaven, and below looking for hell, only discovering more about things within. One day an overthinker sat on the northern log by the river and asked himself, "What do you believe?" He searched for an answer, but all he could see was water. He couldn't come up with his own thoughts. The word water was a thought someone else had to call it such. Trying to explain the things within, and every human thereafter followed like a clan. The overthinker found it hard to describe what his eyes retained, because his words were not his own. So he began to think about the first human who had a play. No one knows the name. Through inference and wisdom, intellect began from growls of one belly. Creation came when we realized we were weakened than lions and bears. Keep up. The clan observed how trees need water to grow, fish needs water to breathe, and land animals need water to stay hydrated. Curiosity came and killed the lamb. His blood dripped down from a human mouth like a vampire. We're pretty sure the taste of a leaf was first, or an apple from a tree, then a person got sick, either from the bad apple or from the bite of a venomous snake. One of the clansmen died, the others grieved but learned from death. An apple can kill like a snake. The first humans learned how to survive like every organism. Even the man sitting on the wooden log He just do not know it yet. Life is so tricky. He is too busy moving forward. He never stopped and looked back at where he came from. How the snake bit him and medicine cured him. How he filters the water before drinking it to avoid the worst form of belly pains until the day he found himself trying to rename water. While he sits on the northern log, he concluded he is human, trying to get out of the old and into the new, constantly adapting to the new, adapting to being a part of nature and society. Everything man has built, even these words, he knows is not realistic. Against all odds, someone might agree with his perspective, share common thoughts, or at least question his ideology, enough to invest resources required for mobilizing, like Newton or Jesus, establishing he lived, walked, and breathed. They have to learn their language that keeps them in existence, lose fears of death, and originate what appears in the natural world, to understand good and bad, but ultimately to make the world reflect their thoughts when looking out at the water. In your life, what do you want to accomplish that stands like a tree long after you are just debris? The thing that makes you eternal, like dusty artwork, never free. Read me and you will see how the enemy left me here to observe and report the paths I take, correlating the days spent at home with my lonely walk through the woods while on my way to cross the river and be free. I am using my erratic mind to navigate the way out, thinking about every lesson my mother taught me, cognizant of the bumpy paths my father warned me about. I knew if I moved down rather than up, I'd find a body of water where a man might have a boat. He'll be nice enough to let me sail away if I greet him with good manners. He would see my civility and say, I have to help this poor man. But when I finally reached the river, there was a timid woman instead who feared my physique, hurried away in her boat before I could say the lines I rehearsed. Did she believe no one would come down here at the same time as her? Or was she waiting for darkness to show up in her light this day? And I so happened to stand in his place at the wrong time. That's not a boat I should be on anyway. Do not chase her when she's scared. Let her sail away. That's what my father would do. I sat on the northern log, trying not to overthink her reaction towards me, white woman. Took a glance at the golden sun, and now appears in the west. It seems like Earth spins fast and you are lost in deep thought. I reached for the net out of my backpack and stepped into the water to catch a catfish, like an old friend taught me. Hurrying before evening turns into night, and I can't see into the deep. While gliding through the cold water, I can't seem to concentrate on fishing. For I have done some bad things I could have told the woman with the boat, just to get it off my chest. Experience says she would have fell in love with turbulence, just like you. My love back home. I often build us a house with my hands and purposely burn it down during a domestic dispute. Visions of simple paper from a tree in the lighter, now the house flames. Blue panics, but stayed by my side. We escaped just before the roof caved in and the sirens reached our location. Into the woods we walked in silence. I knew to weave us a cover out of leaves, just like my father would have done. I took our warm clothes down to the river to wash the soot out, and hanged them on the branch to dry, allowing Blue her rest after the storm. A dangerous love language I have, costly fits of rage. I returned to find my artwork left all alone. The value of life forced Blue to run away from me, fighting for the home that I never had, while weirdly incorporating everything I run from into it, crippled me. And I promised to never leave anyone handicapped, not even my children. So, white lady, I came down to this water where there's no man to help me cross, waiting for that stranger in the wind to appear. I pray, there's no need to run. If I wanted to kill you, I can. If I wanted to steal your boat, I can. My ancestors are connected to my hands. They have showed me how, but I'm not them anymore. The only way I'm going to make it across is by letting go of this rage. I've heard it, like wind passing through my ears, and I surrendered my hands. I became tired of standing, so I sat beside a waterfall and waited for Blue to come back to me, to wave for me, because I couldn't bring myself to ask her, where do we stand now that I got my mind right? I can't take the little moments back. Her actions is my validation, and the sound of the falling water made being alone while waiting for her kind of a peaceful moment for me to be positive and work this poor man's praise, just in case he never shows. But I see her though, a loyal woman to me, across the way, looking to me with her hands gestured out for me to help her over when my future kept me seated. Maybe we're not good together. When she finally makes it to me, she's gonna be tired, and she's gonna want to see too. I'll reach my arms around her shoulders, pressing her head to mine, as a sign to let her know that we are not alone. Lost, but trying. Traveling different paths, but I'll always meet you at the water. I stood and helped her up after we exhaled. I took her by the hands and we ate catfish that I caught and cooked. I just want her to know that she have to believe in me, at least make the effort, and I'll carry her through anything life may throw at her. Is it a hard task to ask someone to do, to keep loving you when your behavior is destructive? But I found myself not standing alone. She keeps on loving me, and I fear.